Alright, I'm back. What up? It's Envy. It's been a while since I've done React content, so I saw that the new trailer for fucking Marathon or whatever came out. That new, like, what is it, 3-man teams extraction shooter or whatever they want to call it? Extraction shooter. Dude, it's just another BR. It's just an Apex clone. This shit is basically the Cycle, only it looks like it's shittier than the Cycle. I played that game, it was pretty alright. But there's like no movement in the trailer. I took a little bit of a look to see like how it looks. It's in alpha, so give it a real chance, community. It's an alpha gameplay footage. But without further ado, I might as well boot this puppy up and take a look at like what I see in the game, what looks good, what is mid as fuck, lukewarm looking, and what just looks downright shitty. So here, let me pop this puppy on. Give her a look-see. Marathon. Bungie hasn't made a game in 27,000 years. Gameplay overview. So right away, just the animations of the characters look extremely stiff. So like, okay, customization. There's customization of your character. You can make it look like any fucking multicolored who gives a fuck thing with a robot head, fully coolly looking ass shit. All right, whatever, who cares? All of the bodies are standardized, so that's good. Every character, regardless of customization, is going to have similar hitboxes, and they're all going to be the standard size. You can't make them big or small or any of that shit, so that's good. It looks like you get a loadout that they allow you to choose before you drop in, but you only get one gun. Classic Halo scope for the sniper rifle. This thing looks pretty cool. I do like the sniper. I'm probably going to use that the most. Escape will make me God? What? Team-based extraction shooter. Tau Ceti 4. Tau Ceti, dude. A cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form. This shit looks like a fucking mobile game. Oh, dude. Unique abilities and stats. So already I can kind of see a few things that I don't like. This is the Apex system. So like every person in this game gets a different level of shield or whatever. This might be loadout based. This might be finding shit in the map based while you're playing. I don't know how it works yet, but in Apex you have to level up your evolve shield or whatever the fuck by doing damage, and that's a recent change. Originally it was like you have to find a new vest that's bigger so you can put more sweater plates in there or whatever they're called. I'm guessing you're going to recharge your shield with some fucking energy cells just like Apex, and I hate that gameplay. Hopefully it recharges over time. We don't really know how this shit works, but there's obviously different levels of armor for each player. So that's going to make combat feel kind of shitty just because certain fights are going to be one-sided. It's going to be like, oh, I have a level 2 shield. You have a level 4 shield. I guess I just eat shit and I take less damage and you kill me faster. I do like that there's a sidearm, a primary weapon, and a knife, but like other than that, it looks pretty mid so far. Capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Like fighting AI looks like shit. Across a variety of zones and points of interest. This actual cinematics of the zones, the way that the zones are made and how they look is good. But fighting AI, dude, this shit sucks, man. It's just like the Cycle, dude. The Cycle was a game that was like this. It was an extraction shooter where you have to fight AI in order to get upgrades and like shoot this NPC while this player character is right behind you, blasting you in the back of the head. And that shit was okay, I guess, but abusing the slide was what made that game fun. The movement is what made the Cycle fun. This game doesn't have any movement so far in the trailer. They're just walking around shooting shit from the hip or like ADSing extremely slowly. To scavenge the remains of a lost colony. So you have to interact with some objectives and hold E on fucking who cares. You walk up and pick up this shit off the ground. Yeah, typical BR shit that you've seen a million times. Nothing this game does is innovative.
You'll strategically build
That's the thing that I hate about this.
To ensure you're equipped for the run ahead.
This is just another game that's free.
Get in, gather as much loot as you can.
Call in the thing and then get on the thing and then fly away.
Die, and all your gear will be up for grabs. Survive, and your loot can be taken into future runs as you grow in power and fill your vault.
So, like, okay, that makes it sound like futuristic Tarkov, which I hate Tarkov. Tarkov is the worst gameplay loop designed thing ever made. You literally, like, do scav runs with a fork and try and kill NPCs for 12 hours so you can get a real gun and then afford armor and then do one real run, and then you get killed by some guy prone in a bush waiting for player characters to walk past and killing people as they go to the extraction zone. And then he takes all of your gear that you worked 12 hours to get, and then you rinse and repeat that forever until you get bored and you uninstall. It's like, dude, that shit sucks ass. So I'd be interested to see if they even stick with that, or if there's maybe a game mode later that's more like Apex where you don't have persistent. Who gives a fuck, dude? I don't want persistent loot. That shit sucks. It makes you feel so bad for losing to shit that sucks, like getting third-partied. There's nothing you can do about getting third-partied. And to lose a bunch of progress in the game because another team showed up after you successfully won a team fight and swept everybody because you had no shields left, that would just feel so bad.
Death is inevitable.
Death is inevitable.
Think quickly on your
It's
feet
never the
and
end.
outplay your
What?
opponents. And in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top.
That's crazy.
And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight.
I have to look at that again. Death is never the end. Immediately after I'm complaining about Tarkov, this asshole shows a clip of some dude getting shot by a shotgun. Imagine having a bunch of cool shit on you, and then some guy with a double barrel walks up, shoots you once, you're down, shoots you twice, you're dead. No revive, no time for anyone to interact with your corpse. You're just gone. From so far away. Look how far away this guy is. He does fucking 100% damage. This shit sucks, man. Imagine you're in a fucking firefight and some dude just rolls up, slides in, shoots you one time, and you're gone. That's your whole life bar. Your armor and everything. How much armor did he have when he got shot? That's what I want to see. How much armor does this guy have? He has one. Okay. So that's not an insta-kill unless you have just one plate. So you start with one plate. So this solves our previous question. There's one plate on this guy who spawned in. So you can only assume that you have to find more shirts as you progress through the level or whatever, as you go through the round. If you only have one plate, the shotgun is a one tap. So if I play this game, I'm literally just going to run around full sprint, constantly jumping around and sliding and using the double barrel shotgun and shooting people at point blank range, because 2 shots is a down on anyone. That's what this tells me. From downtown. Look at how far away he is, dude. It's the Peacekeeper all over again. Jesus Christ. And then he's dead.
Think quickly on your feet and outplay your opponents.
This shit sucks.
You and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top.
If there's automatic weapons, why would you even use them? Okay, so that's a good thing also to look at. Alright, so that guy had yellow armor, so we can deduce from the way that this looks. This guy, I don't even need fucking audio right now. This guy walks up to a dude who has yellow armor, because he hits him and it's yellow, right? We can deduce that he has yellow armor, which is level 2. So he has 2 plates. So he gets hit once, twice, 3, 4, maybe like 7 or 8 times. And that's a down with an LMG. So the ARs are probably going to be a down in like 8 or 9. LMG is 7. I'm guessing LMG is going to do more damage than a AR, like a regular assault rifle. So if you have full plates, you can take maybe like 12 shots, 15, maybe.
Down on your luck. Factions can sponsor you.
So imagine using the fucking double barrel compared to some dude who has to shoot you 18 times. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is gonna suck. It's gonna be revolvers and shotguns. Look at how fucking slow that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jesus Christ. Okay, what kind of armor did this guy have? So if I'm right, it'll be a different color if he has different armor. Yeah, it's blue. So blue is like 3 plates, right? Yeah, pink is 4 plates. So this guy has 3 plates. It took like 9 shots to down him with an SMG at point blank. It takes the shotgun 2 shots with his, like, this range, the double barrel, 2 shots maybe. He's dead. So why would I ever use anything else? If you get a sidearm, it looks like you get a sidearm and a primary weapon. You get 2 weapons. Oh shit, look at the bottom right. You can't see it. Hold on. Damn. I'll have to crop it out, I think, and show it on the screen when I'm talking about this. But it looks like you get 2 weapons. He has a sniper rifle and he also has an SMG. So if you can have 2 weapons, everyone's just going to be running double barrel sniper rifle knife. Because, like, those are the best guns. That's the best shit. Why would I use anything else? This 3-round burst takes 12 years. So he uses some AoE knockback shit to knock this guy off a roof, but it takes 12 years to charge? That doesn't look dynamic or strategic. That looks stupid. 0 to hero run? Okay, the shield looks cool. I will give it up. The shield looks like my favorite shit. That's what I'm gonna do. If that's like a thing you can spawn in with, like that's your special ability, that's cheap. Especially if you can jump with that. I don't know if you can. They don't show any movement in this trailer because they hate having people interested in their game, I guess. But the shield looks tight, and it seems like it could tank a lot of damage. It didn't even break. He put it away.
Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy.
Skill, dude. He just got shot in the back while shooting someone else. That's Apex. That's not skill. It's just a clusterfuck. This game is going to be a clusterfuck. Look at the double barrel blasting people from downtown. Shit's so far away. Going down means nothing in this game. You just die. If you go down, you're dead. There's like no chance to revive. It's just like Apex. It's like no point. Unless you got like a shield or something when you go down, that would be nice. At least in Apex you get a shield. Knockdown shield. But in this, you don't even get that. You get nothing. Dynamic events. Okay, so this is a bunch of gimmicky bullshit. Who fucking cares? Dynamic events, dude. Changing weather. Variable weather. They listed unpredictable players as a fucking dynamic event. Who gives a fuck? That doesn't add to the gameplay. That just makes it look different. The core gameplay is unaffected by any of this, so this is just filler.
You'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive.
Knife. Did he have invisibility in a smoke cloud with a knife, dude? This looks like shit. Are you kidding me, man? Smoke. You can barely see him. I mean, it's pretty easy to see the transparency of the dude. So it's not really a real invisibility cloak while you're moving. Maybe if you stand still. Okay, so you can see how that works. That dude is still visible. If you're able to see well, you could probably see right through the invisibility cloak.
Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in
Throw a double barrel shotgun, that guy's down. Look at that, dude. That's what I'm talking about. 1, 2. That was on a yellow shield. So the first guy was on a white shield. He died instantly. The second guy was on a yellow shield. So I'm guessing it'll do enough damage to kill in 2 shots. This guy has blue shields, the one that's killing everybody, and he's about to live this. He lives that encounter. The double barrel is going to be so busted, man. And he did slide, so there is a sliding Apex Legends mechanic where you can slide on the ground and do a fucking boosted stamina. It costs stamina. There's a stamina meter So you can't slide forever. So Bungie hates fun. They don't want you to have fun. In Apex, imagine if there was a fucking meter that made it so you couldn't slide after a certain number of times. Man, this fucking game is old as shit. Bungie has not learned a single fucking thing from their various missteps. Claymores. Great. Claymores make it even more fun. So you can just walk around a corner and lose all your gear to a claymore. And the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination. This shit sucks. Does Apex Legends have fucking claymores, dude? No. I wonder why, because that shit sucks. Maybe it does by now. I haven't played that shit in forever. If it does now, I'm even mad. I'm more mad at that game. Alright, man. Whatever, dude. Alright, Bagoosh. Marathon. Yeah, I don't know. It looks incredibly average, man. This game looks very whatever. I was super excited because I like Marathon, the IP, and I was hoping that they would do well by it, by making a new, innovative, you know, Bungie level. These guys made Halo. They basically reinvented the modern FPS at one point in time. Back in the days of Xbox and PS2, when there wasn't really anything exciting, they made one of the most exciting franchises ever. And then they fucked it up. And then they lost it to, what was it, 343? And then they made Halo Infinite. 343 did. So like, I was hoping that it would be a lot more interesting than what we have here. But this is the alpha, you know, it's subject to change. And hopefully feedback like this could be helpful in making it move in a more positive direction. But right now, from what I can see and what I could tell here, this is lukewarm at best. Not impressive. And I'm sure they're gonna pay a bunch of gaming journalists, outlets to talk good shit about how great it is and all this other shit. IGN reviewers that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to playing anything. Get them to do a bunch of positive reviews and spin a bunch of stories to make this shit look innovative and great and fantastic. And the future of gaming, the future of gaming looks bleak as fuck if this is what we have to look forward to, man. And when it flops, just like, what was that game that sucked? Concord? This shit looks like Concord. When it flops like Concord, because the cycle already exists and this is just a fucking ripoff of the cycle mixed with Tarkov, they're just gonna blame it on COVID. They're just gonna blame it on COVID and we couldn't work together in person or some shit. You know? Or the unstable markets or whatever, you know? We had to do Zoom meetings in order to develop the game. This shit is ass, man. Get me the fuck out of here. I hope I was thorough in my analysis. But, you know, maybe you saw something in this game that I didn't see. And you could put that in the comments section, I guess. If there's anything that you think is like a compelling argument in opposition to one of the points that I raised, there being a two-weapon system is really the most flagrant error, I think. I would have preferred a one primary weapon and one sidearm sort of situation, just because it's very evident that a few select guns will be dominating the meta. To me, it seems very apparent. Just by looking at this for 5 seconds, I could tell that much. I've played Apex before, dude. I know how that shit goes. The Kraber and the Peacekeeper. The Kraber and the Peacekeeper all fucking day, forever, dude. They're so good. So, whatever, man. We'll see when it comes out. Maybe I'll give it a shot, give it a spin when it's released. When is it going to be released? Does it say? Marathon? Coming September 23rd? Okay. September 23rd. So that's pretty close, right? It's what, halfway through April? Halfway through April. So like 5 months? The shit is not going to be done in 5 months. The shit is not even, it doesn't even look halfway done. Jesus. I was hoping for something better. Oh well. That's gaming nowadays. That's what we get for wanting things to be cool. They suck. Anyways. Let me know what you think. In the comments section down below. And click the like button, you know? Whatever fucking streamers usually say about some shit that no one cares about. Alright, peace. Have a good one. I'm gonna go play some shit that's tight.